Welcome to Takeaway, a weekly conversation with the ministry team here at Silverdale where we talk about the weekend message. I'm so excited to be with Matt Boone, my friend, the man, the legend, Matt Boone.
I don't know about any of that, but I am your friend. I love being your friend. I'm so glad that you invited me to be a part of this.
Yeah, so if you don't know Matt leads our next gen team here at Silverdale. That's birth through college at all of our campuses and does an excellent job. I'm particularly partial to this because, number one, I have 2 kids in your ministry.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, what a joy it is to get to lead those ministries, man. I get to actually lead the leaders of each of those ministries, whether it's children's ministry where Courtney oversees that, or student ministry where Sam Rogers oversees that, or college ministry where Clayton Heath oversees that. Man, those leaders they're just phenomenal.
Takes a team, right?
I mean, it takes a team, and they do a great job of leading those ministries.
Yeah, no man or woman around here is an island. We all work with incredible team members that do amazing ministry around here. And, for me, if you don't know, I served as children's pastor here at Silverdale for, 6 years before COVID changes things.
Before I was here.
Well, about a year before you came. But then with COVID, the pandemic, I was asked to shift over and love that I've been able to have this opportunity from children's ministry to online ministry. And now Courtney Hayes does an incredible job.
Oh, she's doing an amazing job leading our kids' ministries. Yeah, just phenomenal.
And so one of the things I love about Matt is his love for people. And so if you attend the Bonnie Oaks campus, you'll see him in the fireplace area in the lobby, just loving on people, engaging people. And from time to time, you make it to the other campuses as you're able to.
Absolutely. Listen, man, I love getting to interact with people, love getting to hang out, and man, what a joy it is to be a part of the team here at Silverdale, man. We have a great church.
Yeah, so if you see him, come by and say hey.
Absolutely.
So this past weekend, Tony preached the second message in the Jesus is Better series. The message is titled The Danger of Drifting. The danger of drifting. And he opened up that message as Hebrews 1 and the beginning of 2 read. He opened up talking about how Jesus is better than angels.
Yeah. It's a little bit odd talking about angels because we don't talk a lot about angels, actually.
Not in our culture.
No.
I think, for us in North America, angels are just not, Tony gave great illustrations of like angel soft toilet paper or the angels, baseball or other things like that.
A lot of times we see angels around Valentine's Day and all those, but just kind of made up cultural things that we've made up in our.
Absolutely. Not like the biblical depiction.
Not at all.
And so I'm guessing for the people of that day, to the original recipients of this, they would have been maybe a little bit more in touch with the supernatural than we are. Maybe that's one of Satan's tactics, is to distract us from the spiritual world. But they would have been, and so a little more aware. And so for them, they needed to understand, as we still do today, that Jesus is the one who is worshiped, not the angels. Jesus is the one who is the creator.
Yeah, for sure, for the Hebrews, for who this letter is written to, there's no doubt that many of their prophets, angels had given them the message from God. And so it makes sense that for them, angels were a big deal. It meant a whole lot. But obviously the writer is saying, hey, while they may be messengers, Jesus is the message.
That's right. And that was my big takeaway from that part of it, because that all set up really the heart of Tony's message about being careful not to drift.
Absolutely. And it's so easy. I love the illustrations that he gave about drifting, that there's all kinds of different ways to drift, whether it's in a car, or he was talking about drifting along like a lazy river and how nice that would be, unless the river is heading over the falls, and then it might be danger, danger, danger. And just like in our relationship with Jesus, it's easy to get distracted and to drift off course from following him into following other things.
Yeah, what a great reminder for us.
Yeah.
That because we don't drift on purpose.
No, absolutely.
We drift because we're distracted, we lose focus, we lose perspective. and we drift. And oftentimes it happens, much like the illustrations you're talking about, without us being aware.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
So helpful to be reminded of that. So helpful. We talked about this in our small group last night, too. Our small group meets on Sunday nights. In fact, we meet out at the North Ottawa campus now.
Oh, that's cool.
So our kids can attend student ministry out there.
Yeah, where Adam's leading. Adam's doing such a great job with that ministry.
He really, really is. He really is. It's fun to go and see them out in the parking lot in the freezing cold playing ball, and then they'll go in and Adam or somebody will teach.
Listen, when you're young, I'm not sure that you feel cold. It's amazing to me. I see students every day here on campus walking around in shorts, and I mean, I don't understand it.
It doesn't make sense to me either. I talked to a kid this morning walking through the academy here, and she had on her skirt and a short sleeve polo, and I thought, girl, where is your jacket?
It's 20 degrees. It's cold.
Oh man, but I'm so glad that we meet out there. And we were talking about this message last night, and everybody could relate in one way or another.
Yeah, absolutely.
And one of the things that really stuck out to, I want to say our group, but I think me personally, is point 3 under drifting, when he talked about how when we drift, when doubts replace our faith.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't mean to set you up for failure here, but I mean, I can only imagine that in student ministry, you experience this a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, whether it's from students or even just in my own personal life, there's so much of life is happening, especially for a teenager, that doubt creeps up in all kinds of different ways for all kinds of different reasons. And for some of it, it's family dysfunction. For some of it's just relational dysfunction, or just being overwhelmed with expectations of schoolwork or grades or where they're going to go in the future. And yeah, it's easy to get distracted from trusting in Jesus or following Jesus. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. For students and for us as adults. But the point of the message at this is that, and as I look at the text that Tony highlighted in that, is that he highlighted the words declared, attested to, bore witness by. These are very definitive words. And so many times when I doubt, it's because I'm unsure. But these declare that Jesus is God's son. The word bears witness to the fact that Jesus is going to do what he came to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to drift because of some of those things that we were just talking about. But the reality is, when we make a declaration, I mean, it brings our focus back in to Jesus, and we can remember what God has done in our past, that where he's come in and he's been our Savior in our past.
Yeah.
He's going to continue to be our Savior for today.
What an encouraging word.
Yeah.
What an encouraging word. Man, I love where we're going in this sermon series as we're working through the book of Hebrews. Next week, Tony's going to pick up with the rest of chapter 2, and it's going to be incredible. So I just really hope that you're going to be with us, whether you attend in person or you attend online. Make time to worship next weekend. And listen, if this is the first video or podcast you've listened to or heard here at Silverdale, welcome. We're glad to have you. And we want to invite you to be in worship this coming weekend with us. We have services all around the greater Chattanooga area on Saturday night and on Sunday morning. Check our website. There's a link right here where you can check our website for times and locations. And if you don't live in this area or you're just not able to get out, join us online.
That's right.
Great opportunity.
And stop by and see me. I'm over by the fireplace a lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Matt, thank you so much.
Michael, thanks for
being
having
a part.
me. I love it.